Hey, Sushant. Please, grab a seat. It's great to have you with us on a day when India has actually won a test match, as opposed to losing it, because after MS Dhoni. Are you feeling yourself somewhat confused in identity? Are you a cricketer or a film star? Do you sometimes have people confusing you, one for the other?
Yeah, people do. But these days I'm actually playing a con man. So I'm thinking like that.
So from a cricketer to a con man.
Yes.
Small advice from all of us. It's one thing if people are mistaking you for a cricketer. When they start mistaking you for a con man is when you've got problems.
Yes.
So you've got to be careful as to how realistic you're going to make this.
Trying to.
Well, it's great, Sushant, to have you with us. And you, I think, saw some of the rules of that. So it's a contest. Get kids involved.
Yes.
Make it engaging for them. Make it a contest for them. Make it a game that they can go out and compete. And while competing with each other, you try and change the country. Does the idea sound fundamentally sound to you?
Pretty much, because the kind of conditioning we have in school, anything that is important to us has to do also with the right kind of acknowledgement. And I think this is a very great thing, because what we are doing is we are creating something which benefits everybody in the community, and at the same time, individuals are getting acknowledged for that.
Right. So let me get you in on the broader aspects of when you look out at the country, when you're seeing the problems that there are in the environment and cleanliness. These are issues that perhaps you should have paid a lot more attention to it long sooner.
Yeah, it's the thing, and specifically with our country, I guess, because
yeah.
Because somehow we are very smart, or I can say as smart as anybody in the world, but that's individual. But when we are public, when we act as a group, we somehow manage to act as dumb people. Yeah. So this is what it is, and it can be. See, it is a tendency. It is a normal, natural tendency. It can be explained from subjects like mathematics, also game theory, or behavioral economics. But at the same time, I think this tendency in India is much greater than anywhere else.
So Suman, that's probably the reason why we've decided to get kids into it. Because let's face it, this generation is far smarter than any generation which has preceded them.
I agree.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
I'm surprised all of you aren't agreeing with that. You do agree, right? All right. Being smart is one thing. Being committed and smart is another. So that's really what this campaign is trying to do. It's fine to be smart.
True.
It's fine to think you're tech savvy, and it's great you're sending pictures to each other on Facebook. But don't just use Facebook and devices to bitch about how bad things are. Do something about it. That's the aim, right?
That's the aim.
And why did you think of getting kids involved?
Okay. So let somebody else answer that. Kids, who won the game today? Good Lord, yeah. Who won the game today? India. Can't hear you, man. Where's the Josh, yaar? Who's won the game? A little better. Who won the game today? India. Exactly. This is something, passion. We can get anything on board, any kind of resource. But this is something we can't get from anywhere else. That's the reason we decided that kids have to be in.
Okay. Of course, the way that this game was so engaging, you could have probably asked adults and we'd have screamed also. It was a rather exciting game. So, perhaps not the best example, but yeah, I get it. The passion that children have and the commitment is huge, which is why you make it a competition.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure many of them are asking, look, this is all very well. 6 months, you're going to make us compete with each other.
Right.
There is going to be great outcomes of that 6 months. That we're going to hopefully have a cleaner environment. We're going to have, all of that stuff. There's going to be protection from mosquitoes. There's going to be clean-up drives. Trees will be planted.
Absolutely.
हमें भी कुछ मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा अगर हम जीतें?
So, guys, there are 5 things which you need as a priority in life, as a student. The first and foremost is your country. The second is your society. Third is your school. Fourth is your family and friends. And last, but not the least, is you yourself. In this specific program, the way we have made it, right, you can actually ensure that everybody is there as number one in the priority list. This is what you're doing. You can make the planet, the country, the society a little more greener, a little more cleaner, a little more healthier. You can win prizes in the process. You can leave a better world for your loved ones. And obviously, in this whole process, when you spend time with your friends, when you do your school proud, you will also end up with individual. Like Vikram has already mentioned, it is a gifts galore, man. You just have to do something, remain focused, and there is something for everybody.
Yeah.
We want you to have fun. That's the bottom line.
Okay, have fun, make an impact, and yeah, and the rest will follow. Let me just ask you on the broader themes of involving young people, and then I want to come to each of those three specific goals that we have. The entire concept of involving young people to try and make a better India, right way to go in your view?
I think to a large degree, people of our age or even a little younger generation have become very skeptical, either because we know too much or we have a history of problems with too much. With any change, what you need is sheer enthusiasm, which doesn't have logic. And that's the only way you can overcome obstacles which don't appear to be logic. So if we really want to bring about a change, you need illogical enthusiasm. You need illogical, that's how independence of a country comes about. Sure. And I hope that this campaign involving the children at the center, because that's their future, will bring that illogical enthusiasm which will break through some of the problems we face, which our generation has not been able to solve.
Right, Yusuf, let me get you in. And first of all, I have to ask you this question. Would you like to explain to all of us what exactly a WASH specialist is?
Yeah, I think WASH stands for Water, Sanitation and Hygiene. So this is an abbreviation used globally for who's working in the water, sanitation and hygiene field. So I look after the Maharashtra WASH program of UNICEF Maharashtra. So that's the WASH specialist. It's just an abbreviation.
So it's not specifically teaching anybody here personal hygiene in case they have not been worrying about personal hygiene, just to elaborate. All right, so water, sanitation, hygiene, key themes of this. It's been one of those areas that has been actually neglected in this country a lot. And I think it's great that in the last 2-3 years, a lot more attention has focused on it. And you have to give part of the credit for that to the entire Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Perhaps one of the most successful campaigns that this government has done. It has really helped in changing mindsets. Are you finding it much easier now when you're talking about sanitation and hygiene? People are far more receptive than they were 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think that if you see the statistics, like when the Swachh Bharat mission launched in 2014 till now, more than 3 crores 50 lakhs individual toilets has been constructed in rural households. We have more than 1,70,000 villages have been declared open defecation free, means no one is defecating in the open or going outside for defecation. We have more than 100 districts are open defecation free. We have 3 states like Sikkim, Kerala, and Himachal Pradesh, entire 3 states declared open defecation free. So I think Honorable Prime Minister has made one thing that I would like to say, that he could able to make sanitation glamorize, if I use the word. We aspire for toilet in the house. We aspire for good hygiene practices, because otherwise what happens that it was never our priority. If you see the 2011 census of Government of India, we had more number of mobile phones than the toilets.
Yeah.
So what happened with the Swachh Bharat mission, with the political commitment, and often I use the term administrative activism, has become much easier to approach. And at the same time, along with the Swachh Bharat mission, Honorable Prime Minister has also launched the Clean School, Clean India campaign. And right. I think that this particular campaign will further strengthen the Clean School, Clean India campaign.
Okay. So just to remind you, in case you're just tuning in or trying to figure out what those 3 things are that schools are going to compete with each other in, the first is Swachhata, which is a cleanup drive. Then there is Vatavaran, which is the environment, planting of saplings. And finally, there's Swasthya, which is essentially worrying about, mosquito-borne diseases. And let's just take you through each of them. Now that you started talking about Swachhata, let's just spend a couple of minutes on it trying to understand what it is that should be done in those cleanup drives. Swadesh also been working on toilets, and there's a large number of toilets in other areas that you've done. Building of toilets, though, is only part of it. The cleanup drives that we want people to do is just removing garbage, removing kachra, making sure that your environments are clean, which is something that all of us can do. The children might say that it was very tough for us to go and build toilets. True, but you can clean the street in front of your school.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I would like to congratulate NDTV. Very, very good concept, very big need of the time. And just to correct, we are not just building toilets. So this is a 360-degree model.
Yeah.
Toilet is just one part. And we feel so much connected with this Behtar because we are working on plantations, we are working on health. And that's where Swadesh model is very interesting. It is 100% execution. So that is another big strength in this Behtar India, that a lot of execution focus, impact focus is there. So toilet, coming to your point on about toilets, toilet construction is just one part of the whole program. It is the access we are providing. Very much important is use and maintenance, and also the wash habits, which has to be inculcated. So that's where I think all the three components of sanitation or hygiene is important.
Right. In your view, how, when it comes to the sanitation part of it or the cleanliness part of it, why is it that you think, A, toilets have not been constructed, and B, even more seriously, you have garbage lying in all corners of the country and people have not really been focusing on cleaning it up?
See, I think if I wear my management corporate hat, one has to understand that any change has a structure. If you just wish for the change to happen, it's not going to happen, so you need to follow a structure. And the structure which management gurus have come together is the fact that it's a three-step process. And the first step was about creating huge amount of dissatisfaction with status quo, which is what I think is happening in the environment, that dirt is not allowed. The kind of country we have is not good enough. And I think a lot of that has happened. The second is to create a vision of tomorrow which is so compelling that people will jump out of their bed and go work for that vision. And I think to a certain extent we are progressing towards that, but not enough. And that, what is that vision and what is in it for me? And I think this campaign is extremely good from the fact that it's trying to connect what is in it for me. So it's not a Prime Minister vision or a Government of India vision, but it is connected with me. The third step is an important step in terms of, if I am frustrated with today, excited about tomorrow, what are the specific steps which I need to take to go from here to there? And I think the problems are well stated, the future direction is clear, the steps to be taken to go from here to there are not clear, and that's where this campaign comes in, where you are saying take micro steps. And if we take 1 million micro steps, then 1 billion people's life will change. And that's what this campaign looks like to be, and it's very, very exciting.
Okay. तो सुशांत जी, जो भी लोग हमें देख रहे हैं अभी, हम ये जानना चाह रहे हैं कि ये कर क्या रहे हैं, बेहतर इंडिया की जो बात कर रहे हैं वो क्या है। तो ये कॉन्टेस्ट है, ये कंपटीशन है, देश भर के पाठशाले स्कूल रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं और 3 कार्य हैं, 6 महीने ये कैंपेन चलेगा। 3 कार्य हैं जो स्कूलों को करने हैं। नंबर 1, जब वातावरण की बात कर रहे हैं तो उनको पेड़ लगाने हैं, सैपलिंग्स लगाने हैं हर जगह। नंबर 2, स्वच्छता की जब हम बात कर रहे हैं तो उनको जाके अपने इलाके को साफ सुथरा रखना है। और जब हम हेल्थ की बात करें तो उनको जाके देखना है कि जो बच्चे हैं जो उनके इलाकों में हैं उनको मच्छरों से कैसे प्रोटेक्ट किया जा सके।
जी,
ये जो 3 लक्ष्य हैं, अगर आप स्कूल में होते क्या आप इनमें भाग लेते?
जी बिल्कुल लेता।
और आप क्या करते?
सबसे पहले तो ये, अभी यहाँ से जब मैं पीछे देख रहा हूँ तो सब रेट्रोस्पेक्शन में बहुत कुछ समझ में आता है। तो अभी मुझे एक चीज़ बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आ रही है कि जैसे आपने बताया कि अगर हमें बहुत सारे माइक्रो स्टेप्स के बारे में पता हो जो कि हमें लेना है टू गेट टू द फ्यूचर दैट वी वांट टू, वो जो परसिवरेंस है वो रह जाता है। 2-3 ले लेते हैं, चौथा नहीं आता या 5वां नहीं आता। आई थिंक वी हैव टू डिग डाउन। हमें ये देखना है कि वाई आर वी द वे वी आर, हम इस तरीके से बिहेव क्यों करते हैं। हमें पता है कि इट्स सो इम्पॉर्टेंट बट स्टिल वी डोंट डू इट। To understand, we need to understand the importance of cooperation, and I'm saying it, I'm emphasizing it again and again, because we somehow think स्कूल में क्या होता है कि बच्चों को बोला जाता है कि नंबर 1 आओ, नंबर 2 आओ, नंबर 3 आओ। तो हम लोग हार्ड वायर्ड हैं ये सबको पीछे छोड़ के खुद आगे जाने के लिए। लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम हमें लगता है कि ये जो सेल्फिशनेस है ये कोऑपरेशन के साथ कोएग्जिस्ट नहीं कर सकते, जबकि एक करती है। और अगर हम साइकोलॉजी में देखें तो हमें जो इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन मिलता है वो बहुत सेल्फिशनेस, अगर हम अपने बारे में सोचे तो तुरंत मिल जाता है, लेकिन हम एक कम्युनिटी के बारे में सोचे तो वो डिलेड होता है, तो हम वो स्टेप नहीं ले पाते। बट अगर ओवरऑल हम देखें तो ये जो डिलेड ग्रेटिफिकेशन है विच इज मच मच मोर देन द सम ऑफ ऑल दीज इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन, दैट इज समथिंग दैट ऑल ऑफ अस नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड।
तो मेजर सुमन, आपने इस पर काफ़ी काम किया है। अगर कोई स्कूल के लोग हमें देख रहे हैं, NDTV इंडिया के दर्शक हमें लाइव देख रहे हैं अभी, तो अगर आपको उनको बताना है कि भाई अगर आप स्कूल में हैं, आपको अभी करना क्या है, तो नंबर 1 आपको हमारी वेबसाइट पे आना है ndtv.com/behtar-india, स्कूल्स को रजिस्टर करना है और फिर 3 कंपटीशन है। 6 महीने ये कंपटीशन चलेंगे, 3 फेजेस में ये कंपटीशन है और एंड में स्कूल को इनाम मिलेंगे, इंडिविजुअल्स को इनाम मिलेंगे और इसका फायदा देश को भी मिलेगा।
एब्सोल्युटली।
तो क्या ये 3 कंपटीशन के फेजेस हैं?
जो आपके 3 फेजेस हैं, आपके पहले फेज में आपको बेहतर स्वास्थ्य के जरिए आपने पैसे कलेक्ट करने हैं, बट पैसे आपने तब कलेक्ट करने हैं जब आप पहले अवेयरनेस दे रहे हो लोगों को। आपने खुद पहले डेंगू के बारे में समझना है। अगर हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं तो आप जब दूसरों के पास जा रहे हो, आप पहले उनको बताइए कि डेंगू क्या होता है, हम उसका रोकथाम कैसे कर सकते हैं, एंड उसके बाद अगर वो इंटरेस्टेड होते हैं तो वो किसी अंडर प्रिविलेज को
ये रहा नंबर 1 कि उनको मच्छरों के लिए करना है और पैसे रेज करना है। नंबर 2 उनको सैपलिंग्स प्लांट करना है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। तो ये सैपलिंग्स की जो बात आई है, इसमें हम ये उम्मीद करते हैं दैट अगर कोई भी अगर स्कूल है, अगर उसके आसपास के इलाके में वो अगर पौधे लगा सके, ये बहुत खुशी की बात होगी। लेकिन अगर इस समय कोई अगर म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन अगर किसी शहर में भी अगर हमारे को कोई जगह दे दे जहां की हर स्कूल के बच्चे उसी जगह पे जाके पौधे लगाए, हम एक छोटा सा वहां पे फॉरेस्ट बना सकते हैं। अगर 97 जो म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन हमारे देश में, उसमें से अगर आपके 9-10 भी आ जाते हैं, अगर हमने 9-10 अगर फॉरेस्ट बना सके, उसके लिए भी बहुत बड़ी बात हो जाएगी ये।
तो मंगेश जी, आपको क्यों लगता है कि जो फॉरेस्टेशन की बात चलती है, सैपलिंग्स लगाने की बात चलती है, हम सब जानते हैं कि उसकी अहमियत कितनी है, अभी तक लोगों ने किया क्यों नहीं है इतना? कुछ हद तक हुआ है। अगर आप हिमालय में जाएंगे, बहुत से इलाके हैं जहां पेड़ दिखते हैं, जहां एक बार पेड़ सारे काट दिए गए थे। इसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए क्या क्या करना जरूरी है?
तो मैं स्वदेश का उदाहरण देता हूं जो हमने किया है, और मुझे लगता है ये एक अच्छा तरीका है और जिस पे काफ़ी लोग चल सकते हैं। आज से कुछ साल पहले यही प्रश्न हमारे सामने था कि कैसे इस चीज़ को आगे बढ़ाया जाए। तो जिस भाग में हम काम करते हैं, रायगढ़ डिस्ट्रिक्ट महाराष्ट्र में, काफ़ी अच्छा कोकण का इलाका है, काफ़ी बारिश होती है। तो यहाँ पे जब हम इस मुद्दे पे सोचने लगे तो यह आया कि सस्टेनेबिलिटी के हिसाब से क्या किया जा सकता है। तो सबसे पहला काम हमने किया कि ऐसे क्रॉप्स ढूंढे जिसका इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट किसान को, वहाँ पे रहने वाले लोगों को हो। आज मैं प्लांट लगाऊं, सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज आता है प्लांट लगा के उसमें सर्वाइवल रेट बहुत कम है, 50-60% पेड़ मर जाते हैं। बारिश में हम लगाते हैं, बाद में ख़त्म हो जाता है। लेकिन अगर इसका इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट उस फैमिली को और सब किसान को नज़र आता है तो उस पर ध्यान ज़्यादा देंगे। दूसरा, हम गए उनमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट हमने कि हमने फ्री में नहीं बांटे। हमने कहा भी आप गड्ढा बनाइए, आपकी कमिटमेंट दिखेगी, ओनरशिप उससे आएगी। तो वो बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जो इसमें आप लगा रहे हैं कि सैपलिंग लगाएंगे बच्चे, तो ये अपनापन एक आता है, मैं उस पेड़ से जुड़ रहा हूँ। इस साल हम सोच रहे हैं कि अपने दादा दादी नाना नानी के नाम पे पेड़ लगाएं। तो हमने अभी तक करीबन 3 लाख पेड़ लगाए हैं पिछले 2 साल में। इस साल हम और 2.5 लाख पेड़ लगाने जा रहे हैं पूरे जून के महीने में। और हमारा लक्ष्य है 10 लाख पेड़ पहुंचने का अगले साल तक। तो हम पूरी तेज़ी से इस दिशा में जा रहे हैं और बहुत अच्छा कम्युनिटी से रिस्पांस मिल रहा है हमें।
सुशांत जी, जो मेंटेनेंस की बात करते हैं या उसको, जैसे सैपलिंग्स की अगर बात करेंगे तो उनकी अपकीप करनी है। अगर आप कहीं शौचालय बना रहे हैं तो उसका मेंटेनेंस कौन करेगा? अगर आप देखेंगे पिछले 2-3 साल में भी बहुत से इलाके हैं जहां लोगों ने शौचालय तो बनाए हैं, पर उसके बाद उनका ना तो वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, ना उनकी देखभाल करते हैं। कई बार वो जो शौचालय हैं वहाँ स्टोर रूम के तौर में उनको परिवर्तित किया गया है।
जी
हाँ, तो मेंटेनेंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है।
जी बिल्कुल। और मुझे लगता है कि ये डिपेंड कर, ये बहुत हद तक इस वजह से है कि हम जो ये सारे इनिशिएटिव्स ले रहे हैं उसके पीछे रीज़न क्या है, हम कर क्यों रहे हैं। अगर मैं सिर्फ आपको यहाँ पे आके बताना चाहूँगा कि मैंने 10 बनाए और मैंने उसका क्रेडिट ले लिया और मैं अपने रास्ते पे निकल गया, बट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये चीज़ शुरू क्यों हुई है, ये चीज़ इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है। जैसे आपने बताया, आपने जैसा क्वेश्चन पूछा कि इट इज़ सो इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस, लेकिन फिर भी हम लोग कोई स्टेप नहीं लेते क्योंकि शायद हम जो हार्ड वायर्ड है वो ये है कि अगर हम कुछ गर्म चीज़ छूते हैं तो हाथ हम हटा लेते हैं। लेकिन जो क्लाइमेट में चेंज हो रहा है, इट इज़ नॉट इंस्टेंटली, हम लोग उसको समझ नहीं पाते और हमें लगता है कि होगा तो होगा, लेकिन ये दूसरों के साथ होगा, मेरे साथ नहीं होगा। तो ये जो मानसिकता है, ये दिस इज द रूट कॉज। और अगर ये समझ में आएगी तो जितने चीज़ें बनाई जाएंगी उसका ध्यान भी बहुत अच्छे से रखा जाएगा।
Right, so I'm just going to recap for you in case, you're just trying to figure out करना क्या है इसमें, what is the process. पांच स्टेप्स हैं. नंबर 1, पहले सबको रजिस्टर करना है. स्कूल्स हैं, आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे आइए ndtv.com/BehtarIndia, वहां स्कूल्स को रजिस्टर करना है. उसके बाद जो हेल्थ फेज है, स्वास्थ्य का फेज है, उसके लिए फंड्स कलेक्ट किए जाएंगे और जितने भी स्कूल्स हैं, जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनको सबसे ज़्यादा फंड्स वो कलेक्ट कर पाते हैं, उनको सबसे ज़्यादा पॉइंट्स बनेंगे. फिर क्लीनिंग अप ड्राइव होगी, अपने इलाके को क्लीन अप करना, स्वच्छ रखना, देखना कि कैसे कैसे क्लीन किया जा सकता है, उसके लिए पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. अगर किसी तरह से भी आप मेंटेनेंस के बारे में सोच सकें, जो भी एरिया आपने क्लीन अप किया है वहाँ उसकी मेंटेनेंस कैसे की जाए, तो बोनस पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. और फाइनली प्लांटेशन ड्राइव होगा, प्लांटेशन ड्राइव्स के लिए भी बोनस पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. दिस इज द रफ स्ट्रक्चर, मिस्टर नायर. दिस साउंड सेंसिबल टू यू? And the issue of maintenance and giving bonus points to maintenance perhaps is something that we should be thinking about in all campaigns that we are doing.
So first is that I'd like to issue a challenge to all of you. Under Sampark Foundation, we have 50,000 rural schools in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Uttarakhand. On behalf of those schools, I commit that we will be part of this competition. So you better start running.
Great.
So it is not just for city kids. Our rural children, for the first time, will give you a competition which you have not seen before.
Oh, that's the spirit.
So 50,000 schools are going to take part in this.
We have 50,000 schools. They don't have net connectivity. They don't have power. So we will see we will work with them and figure out how do we do the registration process.
You don't only have to log on the net. It's a valid point. We should
Right.
make
So-
that clear.
so
If you don't have net connectivity, we'll find other ways to
Right,
get you to register.
but my commitment is that our 50,000 schools will participate to the extent they can participate, technology enabling, but we will try and get them. But what I am keen is that when the awards are given, our school is the one which wins the award. So that's the challenge which I'm throwing to all the city schools. Go for
All
it.
right, so the competition is out there. You're absolutely right. One of you has to win, and he says that one of those schools is going to win, and I certainly hope that that could may well happen. You know, when it comes to UNICEF, now when you've been looking at all of these issues from UNICEF, the fact is that are you been finding that getting children activated in this at an early age, one of the biggest ways of pushing issues like sanitation?
Yes, I totally agree with you. Like I can give some example of Maharashtra, some of the rural schools. Like we have some more than 1 lakh rural schools in Maharashtra. And every school has created a concept called Child Cabinet. We call it as a Meena Raju Manch. Meena is the name of a girl and Raju is the name of a boy. So Meena Raju Manch is a child cabinet kind of a thing, which is comprised of 20 children from the upper primary schools. And they have a president, they have a prime minister, they have a education minister, they have environment ministers. So it's inculcated leadership. So we have seen that, and even some of the schools, they don't get timely supply of the soaps. Like simple hand washing with soap in critical times can reduce chances of diarrhea by 40%. So they go to the villages and collect soaps. So one of the school collected soap for one single day, and they collected more than 500 soaps for entire 1 year. They collected all the soaps of the school. So the children are the change agent, and we often call it as a school to community outreach program. So it's not only the urban kids, the rural kids are also very smart. As someone just mentioned that we are smart. So rural kids are also very smart. And so if you can imbibe this culture in the very beginning, and also UNICEF along with Government of India, Ministry of HRD, we are along with also the NCRT, we are trying also to devise a curriculum on water sanitation hygiene. At present, what is happening in the school curriculum, we are reading so many of civics, history, so many stuffs, but there are very few elements on water sanitation hygiene. We have environmental science, but environmental science doesn't cover water sanitation hygiene, and that too in the 8 standards. So from first to 10 standards, the curriculum building work is going on.
Major Suman, his challenge that it is going to be a rural school that is going to win the contest. That would be, and I think he's absolutely correct. We have to find a way of making sure that all sorts of, that, you know, we must be able to open it up to rural schools and others who don't have internet connectivity, and that's very good advice.
Absolutely.
Are you hoping that he's going to deliver on his commitment that a rural school will win this?
I mean, personally, you know, if you do that, I mean, if one of the rural school does win, I think it's going to be fantastic. Having said that,
There is no if.
I disagree. I'm pitching for my school. I mean, I really wish you win and one of your school wins, but I will be pitching for my school, as will be Sushant for his school. I mean,
But good, the more the competition increases, the better it is for all of us.
so
And
all of you
certainly
need to
better
compete for the
country.
second place. But I'm sure my school is going to go for the first place here. That's for sure.
Your school is going to go for the first place, you're saying?
Absolutely.
Which school is that?
Okay, maybe I have to say my school or my daughter's school. You know, they are different schools.
Okay, fine. So one
I
of
have
those
to-
schools is going to win.
Yeah.
The one which you're pushing for, he said it. But let me go to Jane Kotian, who's here actually from Bombay Scottish School. Can I send the mic? Yeah. Let me just pass the mic down. Yeah. Do you want to take up the challenge? Where's Jane? Right here. Ah, there. Yeah. Come here, ma'am. Come to the front. Come, sit, please. Yeah.
Okay.
So you heard the challenge, rural school is going to win, or do you think that, is this a sort of a challenge that you think will get children, even in cities like Mumbai? Sometimes people feel that children are apathetic, they don't want to do too much for a social cause. Do you think challenges like this will help motivate them?
Definitely. I think competitions is what edges all the passion in our children. Though they are very nice and sweet on the exterior, you have to see them during examination time. And especially if you pit these brilliant minds, one school against the other, only the good will come out. But let me say one thing. When it comes to children and competition, they are not enemies per se. I'm sure all of these kids behind understand what it is for a child to come from a rural background, no connectivity, no sanitation, no water. I'm sure deep down all these children are hoping that a rural school does win. Yes, are you with me, everyone? There you are.
No,
So
I
competition or no competition,
I
we
would
are
still
rooting.
hope that they're going to try and win.
Yes, of
they
course
should
they
try
are.
and win and then
they
set
are,
the
they
bar
are going
higher
to put up
for
a very
Vineet to
strong
ensure.
fight. Every one of them, including the school that I come from, we are Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society. So we sound very, very noble. But yes, we are going to put our best foot forward and hope for the best to happen. But
And
yes,
you
we are
already-
rooting for all our rural schools as well.
And do you already have thoughts about any of the aspects of the challenge? Cleanliness, fighting against mosquitoes?
Yes, absolutely. All of these are very, very vital. In fact, many of these are also being carried out in a subject like SUPW, which is like an essential subject in most schools. So very recently, in the month of February, my 9th standards went to this village in Lonavala, and they did carry out a small aspect of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And they came back reformed. In fact, for a whole week later, the classrooms were super neat. I didn't have to frown and roll my eyes at them at all. But they came back very humbled. They
I'm a little
realized.
worried about for a week later, the classrooms were
like-
tight.
like,
what happened after 1 week?
Yes, like Mr. Sushant says, that commitment as a community. As one person, maybe I am convinced and I will do a lot of things, but the same kind of convincing, if I can get everyone to think alike, imagine that mass consciousness and where it is going to lead us. So I think this is phenomenal. A platform like this was the need of the hour. So thank you, NDTV. You've given us a platform. Now you see my heroes rising up in challenge. Yes.
And Sushant, we do hope that the impact will last more than a few weeks.
It will, because as everybody knows that all these students are intelligent enough to understand why are we doing what we are doing, and when we get the why right, most of the times we get it right.
All right, we have with us children from the Citizens Association for Child Rights. Where are they? Yeah, they're there. So let me just talk to you, because you've been working with BMC schools in areas like of health and cleanliness for quite some time, right? Long before this competition actually came up. Would you like to share with us some of your experiences? What did you find? What are the message you were giving people?
Yeah, sure. Like this is a 12.
T-GELF, which is one of the primary education and leadership foundations in the country, also closely associated now with the Global Citizen, which is the group that was behind that Coldplay concert last year. So why don't you tell us how you think young people can actually make an impact?
Absolutely.
And how it's going to tie in with some of what we are talking here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Chandra, for your kind words. I think I'd like to reiterate the words of Emma Watson when she spoke at the UN. She said, all young people around the world must ask themselves three questions. If not now, then when? If not here, then where? If not me, then who? And, oh yeah, well, a lot of people know that. Emma Watson. So yes, I know that a lot of us ask ourselves that question. India is a nation with 850 million young people. We're passing through a unique phase in our history of demographic transition. And if there needs to be transformation of India, it needs to come from the young people, because our energy and dynamism, along with the wisdom of the old, can really transform this nation. And our foundation, the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, firmly believes that the panacea to all pressing challenges on the planet is great leadership. And that is why we work with school children across 14 countries, trying to identify, nurture leadership skills, and actually mentor great leaders. And when we talk about leadership skills, we mean 4 basic qualities that we look in all young people, which is leadership, the ability to inspire people, action, which is a lot of what this campaign is about, taking action on good things, but more importantly, ethics and altruism. Because as we talk about competition, it's very important to be ethical and altruistic. And as part of this vision, 10 of us from the foundation started a 15-year movement, a movement for India, which is the Global Citizen India movement, to actually end extreme poverty in India by 2030. That's the timeline we've set for ourselves. And
you made a good start at the Coldplay
yes,
concert, right?
Yes, so the festival
pledges.
was basically a celebration of the work. In the 3-month campaign, we had 2 million young people taking actions. We raised about 43,000 crores in 3 months. That's how much young people can achieve. And I'd like to commend the efforts of NDTV, you, Mr. Chandra, Dr. Roy, for actually starting this campaign. We're very happy that this whole space is broadening. The children are getting more and more platforms to actually go ahead and add their voice to change. And we're very confident. And in fact, we'd like to make a commitment as part of Global Citizen that the best teams, we'd like to celebrate them. We'd like to celebrate them through our platform, through our festivals. We'd like to actually encourage them to do more. And to all you young people, I just want to take 2 minutes. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Being long. But to all the young people out here, I am 22. I am as young as you. And I know that when we see feelings of protectionism, xenophobia around the world, we're scared to engage with a world like that. But let me tell you that today, all of us stand on the crossroads of history, where we can really shape the world if we move forward with hope and faith. So I urge you, I call upon you to actively participate in the Behtar India campaign, to keep taking actions on Global Citizen India, because each action you take is a strong message to everyone who seeks to divide us. That for all our individualism, we're at the end of the day, one people. And I'd like to assure all of you panelists on behalf of the young people out here, because I can speak for them, I know, that if there's a young child, if there's an infant in rural India who loses his life because of lack of a 50 rupee vaccination, it hurts. We're hurt, even if he's not our brother. And the fact that so many people live in poverty, it makes us poorer, even if they're not our families. So friends, keep taking actions, because your actions can really rekindle hope in the lives of those people, that this world has a place for them too. So I'd just like to end with one message, that let's together strive towards a world where everyone, everywhere, can realize their full potential, where the fulfillment of one's dream is determined by the scale of their ambition, hard work, and perseverance, and not by involuntary fate. Many will tell you as you move towards this campaign and that larger dream that this is utopian, idealistic. I tell you, it's always impossible until it's done. Shurwaat ho tum, shurwaat hai hum, shurwaat hu main. Change will begin with you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, oops. That was Ayush Baid. Put your hands together for him one more time. And
For
बात ये कही कि इग्नोरेंस वाली बात, हम दुनिया में सबसे इंटेलिजेंट स्पीसीज़ हैं, लेकिन फिर भी इग्नोरेंस के चलते कई सारे इनिशिएटिव है उन पे हम हिस्सा नहीं ले पाते। तो आपको बहुत सारे लोग एडमायर करते हैं, आप किस तरह से अपील करेंगे जिसके ज़रिए एक बेहतर इंडिया बन सके?
जैसा मैंने कहा कि हमारे जो एक्शंस हैं वो इंडिविजुअली बहुत ही ज़्यादा काम करते हैं हमारे लिए, हम सक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं इंडिविजुअली। आप देखें तो वी आर एज स्मार्ट एज एनीबडी इन द वर्ल्ड इंडिविजुअली, लेकिन हम एक ग्रुप में काम करते हैं तो फिर हमारी जो काबिलियत है वो कम हो जाती है, क्योंकि फिर हम सोचने लगते हैं कि मैं ही अकेला क्यों करूं, या अगर वो नहीं करेगा तो फिर मैं क्यों करूं। इस टाइप के जो सवाल हैं हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं, हमारे जहन में आते हैं, और फिर हम नहीं करते। और दूसरी इम्पॉर्टेंट बात यह है कि ये बहुत ही देखा जाए तो इसके जो इफ़ेक्ट्स हैं वो इंस्टेंटली आप देख नहीं सकते। तो आपको लगता है कि ये इसके जो भी डिज़ास्टर्स चीज़ें होंगी वो किसी और के साथ होंगी, आपके साथ नहीं होंगी, इसलिए आप उसके बारे में नहीं सोच रहे होते। बट आई थिंक द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग, सबसे पहला ये जानना है कि हम ये कर क्यों रहे हैं। ये हमारे लिए, क्योंकि हम वी आर सो मच वाइड टू अंडरस्टैंड, कुछ भी हम इस पर्सपेक्टिव में रखते हैं कि हमारे लिए क्या फ़ायदा होगा तो ये हमें समझ में आता है। तो ये चीज़ समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि ये किसी और के साथ नहीं होगा, आपके साथ ही होगा, और आप ही कुछ करेंगे तो कुछ होगा, और आप कुछ करेंगे तो ही ये चेंज आ सकता है। एंड आई एम वेरी ग्लैड, वेरी ऑनर्ड टू बी एसोसिएटेड विद दिस इनिशिएटिव।
एक और बात कहेगी, किड्स आर द एजेंट ऑफ चेंज।
जी,
इस बात से आप कितने इत्तेफाक रखते हैं, और किड्स से आप क्या?
बिल्कुल इत्तेफाक रखते हैं। आप दो रीजंस की वजह से, एक तो आप सिर्फ डेमोग्राफी देखिए तो एवरेज एज इंडिया की अभी कुछ 28 है, और 2020 या 2025 को अगर आप उसका प्रोजेक्शन देखेंगे तो बाकी जितने भी कंट्रीज़ हैं, स्टेट्स हो या यूरोप में हो या चाइना हो, वो सब 40s के ऊपर होंगे और हम 27 होंगे। तो अगर आप सोचिए हमारी इतनी बड़ी पॉपुलेशन है और एवरेज 27 है, तो कितने बच्चे हैं हमारे पास जो कि उस एज की तरफ जा रहे हैं। तो ये हमें ऐसे पोजीशन पे रखता है जहाँ पे हम आई थिंक बहुत एडवांटेजेस भी हो सकता है और बहुत बड़ा डिसएडवांटेज भी हो सकता है। तो सो हेंस इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज वी हैव द कैपेबिलिटी टू डू इट। एंड द सेकंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज जिसको हम कहते हैं एक्सपीरियंस ट्रैप। हम जब बड़े हो जाते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस हो जाता है, तो हमें लगता है कि हम जो जानते हैं हम सही जानते हैं, एंड वी रेजिस्ट चेंज। बच्चे ऐसे नहीं होते, उनमें जो क्यूरियोसिटी होती है, जो पैशन होता है, उसकी वजह से बहुत सारे काम वैसे कर लेते हैं। ये मैं फिल्में इसलिए करता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे एक्टिंग करना अच्छा लगता है। इसके मतलब कोई और रीज़न नहीं है। आप मुझे थिएटर में डालें और 500 रुपये दे तो भी मैं एक्टिंग करूँगा। आप मुझे थिएटर में भी काम नहीं दें, मैं अपनी आप शॉर्ट फिल्म बनाऊँगा, मैं उसमें भी बड़ा खुश रहूँगा। तो वो अलग बात है। लेकिन जब आप एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं और आप पॉपुलर हो जाते हैं, तो आपको ऐसे स्टेजेस पे अगर लोग आपको सुनने लगते हैं, तो फिर मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ ऐसी चीज़ बोलो जो आप अंदर से फील करते हो। You are convinced and you want that change to happen. So that's why, hence मैं इस कैंपेन से जुड़ा हूँ, क्योंकि because this is something that I really personally feel for it, and I think it's high time for all of us to understand how important it is. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि किताबों वाली बात है और किसी और के साथ होगी, बाद में होगी। ये बहुत ही आसपास हो रही है और हम इग्नोर किए जा रहे हैं, and I think this is a very good start.
Lastly, I want to know, आजकल आप कितनी फिल्मों के साथ आप बिजी हैं?
कितने फिल्मों के साथ बिजी हो? कभी गिना नहीं मैंने। एक सेकंड, 1 2 3 4 5 फिल्में हैं जी।
चंदा मामा दूर के और इन सारी फिल्मों के साथ आपने स्टार्ट कर दिया है काम करना, रास्ता के साथ?
नहीं, मैं एक जब शूट कर रहा था तो एक ही फिल्म पे काम कर रहा था, लेकिन कुछ 4-5 फिल्में हैं जो शूट करनी है आगे।
ओके। एंड रास्ता में कहा जा रहा है कि हॉलीवुड एक फिल्म है, उससे इंस्पायर्ड एक सीक्वेंस है, इज दैट ट्रू?
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं।
बिल्कुल भी नहीं। थैंक यू सो मच हमसे बात करने के लिए। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सो मच।